Guys, the storm is finally almost ended out here on Riverbend Springs. After about 4 feet of snow have fallen over the course of the last couple of days, it finally seems like it's coming to an end. The roads at least are plowed right now, that's not bad. But man, it has been a bit of a struggle. It's been one of the hardest winters we've ever had to deal with out here. And you know what, I think we've made it through, but today it's going to be all about cleaning up and seeing if we can get our farm ready for the summer. There's still a lot of snow to deal with, as you guys can see. This is a bit ridiculous. All the road signs have even been knocked down. Holy, look at them all. And trying to get everything sold off, guys. I mean, this is our last load right now. This has been a bit of a fight, to say the least. I mean, with this much snow, most of our deliveries we've had to fight to try and get in. Like, this is not working out great. Come on, get forward. Come on. A little bit more. I mean, look at the amount of snow I've got to deal with. It is what it is, but we're making do. It should be fine once we get that unloaded. Yeah, we're good now. We're good. It'll be fine. Let's go back to the farm. I think we're done. We've got a good amount of money in the old bank account. Get around the corner. Nope. I think I found where the fence was. Anyways, let's get back home. We'll finish the cleanup. And next month or so, we should be able to clean everything up. So hunker down for a few more days. We'll see you guys next month. All right, we're into February, and you know what? The snow seems to have finally stopped, so that means it's just cleanup time, guys. It's been a bit of a, you know what? It's been such a pain. I've been trying to take care of the snow before it comes down, and we've been piling snow up here in the center, but it just seems like it never seems to end. The snowblower, along with the quad track, though, it seems pretty deadly, I have to admit. You know what? It's okay. It's okay. We're gonna get through this, guys. We're gonna get through this. And you know what will really help me out to help me get through this time, this massive snowstorm we've had in Riverbend Springs, is really just your subscription. It's the only thing I care about. So maybe go down to the bottom, and for the low cost of subscribing to the channel, you too can help out a YouTube farmer on Riverbend Springs deal with this massive snowstorm. It goes a long way. Your subscription goes a huge way to help us out and help dig us out from this massive storm we're dealing with. So you know what, to go help out down below, click on the subscribe button and then take care of that right now. You know, and if you are a subscriber already, maybe go down there and slap the like just to make sure we can get through this snowstorm together, because I do appreciate that, as we kind of find the way to pack all this snow up in the center. It's going back across the far side. I got a plan, don't worry, it's gonna be all right. It's gonna be okay. Let's see, what else we got to take care of? Of course, our whole commercial alley down the side, guys, that is going to be all taken care of as well. We built this whole commercial district, and of course no one can get into it because there's so much freaking snow right now. Oh man, I'm seeing that 99 centimeters to 100 centimeters expected. I think that's done though. I think we're done with that. Hopefully no more blizzards this year, please. We're getting there. I mean, there's still a lot of snow. Hopefully this doesn't last too long, but I mean, oh no. Why is the snow managing to pack up underneath all my equipment? You know what, I'm not going to worry about it. It'll be fine, guys. It'll be fine. We'll be fine. This is all part of the master plan. We've got to make ways to move equipment around. To be perfectly honest, if I didn't have our semi trucks and products to move around, I probably wouldn't even deal with this. I would just be like, oh, you know what? Let's spin this around that way. There we go. I would probably just be like, okay, you know what? We're good with the tractors, moving them around. They can pack the snow down. But I need to get to all our productions, of course, and sell stuff off, move stuff around, make sure all of our productions are still running in the middle of this snowstorm. And they need daily upkeep, of course, to make sure that they constantly have stuff. I'm trying to load up the flour right now, and I got stuck. The trucks are always getting stuck, you guys. That is the biggest problem I'm running into, is my trucks get stuck. Tractors are fine. I can even feed my cattle, I can feed my sheep, I can feed my chickens, but trying to get the trucks through all of our different productions is a bit of a pain. Now, you can see we've managed to make some headway. If you've been around the farm before, we've gotten rid of our textile plants that are back there. We've moved some stuff around, slowly getting rid of some of the different productions we had, because we've got that whole production district, which now has the bakery. It has some textile stuff, which is working out fairly well. But I'm going to cover my chickens up completely with snow if I keep this up, aren't I? Yep. But yeah, anyways, moving the snow around has been just for more of our trucks and making sure we have, well, for instance, this big parking area. And this has been one of the bigger problems, because I don't have room to put the snow anywhere. So I've had to like pack a big spot in the center up here with snow as best I can. So we ended up buying a plow for the Kubota here as well, and I've just been pushing snow up into a big ski jump almost. It's like Mount Klutch right out in the middle. We can make it into a ski hill almost. I feel like it's maybe a toboggan hill. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. I mean, this is one of the better toboggan hills, to be honest. When I was a kid, used to love these big, massive snowbanks the plows would make. And you know what? Maybe we'll make it into a tourist attraction, like the farmers markets just down the street there. We can invite the kids in when the equipment's not running, of course. And you know what? They can toboggan right off this little hill we have in the middle of our parking lot almost. It makes perfect sense. Yeah, perfect sense. The plow, it doesn't work nearly as good as the snowblower. I highly recommend using the snowblower. If you've got any kind of snow like this, that was our biggest purchase for this blizzard, guys. That big snowblower we had attached to the case has kind of made my life so I can actually do things. I had to get rid of some of that stuff out of the shop there to move that, but like you look at the Quonset behind us there, look how much snow's packed up in front of that, guys. Yeah, you can kind of see it there. Anyways, that snow there, like I can't get in and out. The white's in there. I've got a couple trailers in that shop. I have no access until the spring. I've written those off as we're not going to use those for now. Man, there's just so much snow, and I mean, we can kind of like slowly just kind of push it up, get it off the road so we have access to everything. The biggest problem that we have, that 53-foot trailer, guys. I need to get access to that. We were able to, well, obviously move some trailers out of here. We had some stuff that was stuck here last month, of course. We've had to move some snow around, push some things with the quad track to get it out of the way. But like this is such a slow process by using the plow. I mean, I don't know what you expected, but the snow plow works out so much better, and highly advise using that snowblower versus the plow itself. The plow is just, yeah, it's giving me a little bit of grief just plowing the snow. I wish we could just kind of quickly do it with a snowblower, but no bueno. All right, we've got to feed our chickens, of course, and I think most of our other tasks we can do now with what we've got set up. I think we're okay, guys. Just got to make sure we keep on feeding our animals, of course, and moving our productions around, but everything else looks like we're okay now for the most part. I mean, I'm even doing the secondary roads back here now that I typically wasn't doing before, but this quad track just managed to plow right through it. Snowblower makes some space, and yeah, we can actually get in here. I need like a big grader almost, but I mean, when it's in a 100-year storm, what's the point of us buying a big grader? We got this. The snowblower was, you know, rather expensive for the use we're going to get out of it, hopefully, but it's making my life so I can still do things at least. Typically, like I said, I wouldn't even worry about the snow. The last few years, didn't even worry about the snow. This year, the blizzard comes in, and all of a sudden, like, it ends up taking me more time than harvest season. Just the amount of work I've got to do. Oh well, what do you do, right? So I guess it is what it is. It's busy work. All right, so they didn't get to the main road up to our farm with the plows, unfortunately. Looks like I'm gonna have to take care of those as well. I got this main roadway up here. I was really hoping that they would plow this for me, and I wouldn't have to do this, to be honest, but I guess I've got to dig myself all the way out once again, and hopefully not block myself in with a big snowbank. Yeah, what a pain. Come on, easy. We got to make sure we open up this shed. I need access to this whole shed. We got our Kubota front loaders in the bay right beside me. Of course, our international truck, the cube van is usually right there as well, so I got to have access to all this. So I'm just going to make sure I clean all the snow out of this area at least, so we can move stuff in and out of this barn. But I was really hoping that main roadway, that would not be something I would have to take care of. I guess it is technically my property. It's like an old secondary highway that was included with this farm. I guess the government doesn't run that roadway anymore. It's not considered a major thoroughfare, and it's just my property. So I wish I could maybe do something else with it and build on it better, but it is what it is. Like, this road it's a pretty major road. There's even some signage, or I should say there was some signage on it at some point that I don't know who hit it, but the snowplow, or did I hit it? Because there's no snowplows here, but there's a stop sign. Yeah, there was some signs down here, guys, that seem to have been knocked over. Oh, I found the other one. Look at that. Just had to plow over top of it. So yeah, I don't know. I guess I'm responsible for those. You got me. Anyways, the snowblower has worked out fairly well. Like, fairly well. Now, we're going to try something a little bit different. Was sold on this as well. We're going to try and throw some salt down to see if this will help in the long run. I don't know. Like, it's so much snow. The temperature, I mean, it's at freezing. So a little bit of salt should melt some of this snow down at least. I don't think it's obviously not going to get rid of the big piles of snow we got, but you can see like the levels already today are starting to work. I feel like the melt is coming. It feels like we're going to start getting the melt. If we can get up into the positive a little bit more. Oh, the salt's not doing much right now. Yeah, maybe it'll just take some time. You can see it moves it a touch, but this here area right now, I'm having the biggest struggle trying to clean off this area. And I want to make sure this area down here is super cleared off for any customers you might get for any of our businesses, of course. I mean, everyone understands that the snow is there, so it's going to take a couple of days to shovel it out, but at least they can get their vehicles up here. If it's an emergency, they need to get, I don't know what they might need to get, some emergency bread or textiles. Sure, yeah. Yep, easy. Just trying to put a little bit of salt down, making sure we can get around all this stuff. Salt's rather cheap. The spreaders, unfortunately, I was hoping to use a different spreader, but I got to use this one for now. And it seems okay, but like it would be nice if it was a fertilizer and lime spreader too. But I guess I'll just use that for. You'd think you'd be able to use the same for the same, but no luck for us for now at least. Anyways, I'm gonna just keep on moving this along. I'm gonna try to open up our storage right there as well, our silo. I want to open that up as well and see if we can get in there at some point. Oh, easy. Through the greenhouses. Let's not put salt down like on our fields anymore. That could be bad as well. But I'm just trying to make sure we kind of get rid of all the ice that's possible here, so I'm not going to slide down the hill with the trucks. Come on, easy does it. Yeah, see, I don't know. I'm not sold on the salt, guys. I'm not going to lie. I feel like I kind of got sold something I don't necessarily need. Probably won't use that much going forward, but you know what? Maybe it does help a little bit. As long as I don't slide down that hill in my truck, I think I was good beforehand. The very minimal amount of difference I'm making right now, I don't know. Tough to say. Like I said, I could get in that. Oh boy, the slurry sprayer is in a weird spot, isn't it? Yes, it kind of helped out there. I'm not worried, guys. We're good. Just gonna try to open up the silo here, make sure we can have access to this if we need it. I have no plans on getting in here for anything. I don't need to get into the silo for anything. Crops could stay in there for the time being, and I'm not dropping anything off right now, obviously, for a few months at least. So, but I do want to move the snow out of the way so that at least it's not going to just pile up beside here. I'm going to be dealing with this come like July still. So hopefully we can just kind of move any snowbanks that are there and clean this all off, and it's not all melting into my grate down there as well, which is kind of nice. Just kind of expose that, of course. Perfect. That's good. Making some good headway here. I think we're almost good, guys. The farm's like barely opened up. Oh, easy. Don't hit those. Don't hit those. All right. We've got, like I said, a bunch of smaller tasks to do. I haven't moved. We were getting quite a bit of milk from the cattle, so it's time I move those over as well. And you can see, like, it did a fairly good job, guys. I would typically just do this when I was doing feeding, but we've skipped a little bit of time, so I've got quite a bit of milk to move over to our dairy to be processed. Perfect. And that's going to make us some decent cash. Now, this is one of the problems I was running into. You can see, well, our access into our storage tanks here at the barn. This was causing me all sorts of grief. Come on. Oh, man. I'm not going to lie. The Kubota, I think I need to replace the tires on this Kubota. I am getting stuck way more than I feel like I should be. It just doesn't want to grip. All right, well, that's all right. That should be good enough for now, at least. We managed to get enough of it done. Just going to push this trailer back in there, but I'm going to go sell the rest of this milk off or move this over, guys, and I will hopefully see you next month when we kind of take a look at our crops, figure out where we're at, and see if this blizzard damaged any of the stuff we had planted or see what we got to get planted next. So I'll see you guys next month. All right, so it's March, and the weather has gotten really well. I mean, look at the snow's gone, guys. That pile of snow is melted. I don't know how. Maybe it was the, I don't know, it's like uranium-enriched salt. I have no idea. It's all gone, though. So we can get rid of all the snow blowing equipment we've got. We've got to reset all this stuff. I think it's really planting season is already starting, so I need to get on that. We've done well. We've gotten through our crazy blizzard, but we got to get rid of all of this snow blowing equipment and kind of store that away for the summertime. We got to get the quad track out and get planting, guys. Drop that off. Yeah, perfect. My plan is going to be just use this area storage on the far side here for all of our snow equipment. I'll move that to Kubota, the salt spreader and the plow in there as well. But for now, we got to hook up to the Seed Hawk, and we got to get into planting season. We got to get ready. We got lots of stuff to plant. Actually, you know what? I need to get some fuel first. Found some snow. I found the last little bit of snow. It somehow managed to tip over my bucket. Let me just give this a shove. Oh, yeah, this thing is super heavy. Come on, push. Just go over there. Somehow it managed to hold some more snow. All right. Food for thought. let's fill the rest of our snow. We're gonna be almost out of fuel in our cistern, our little tank, our fuel tank, not cistern, but our fuel tank right here. We have to buy some more fuel. Looks like, yeah, it's pretty much empty, guys. That's, yeah, not even be able to fill up the quad track the whole way. Oh well, we'll get some more fuel brought up here. Ugh. Now let's get this thing down. We've got, let me think here. We've got some spinach and green beans to plant this spring. We've also got something weird that's kind of happened over the winter. We'll talk about it once we get down there, but I'm gonna have to go all the way around here, I think. Yeah, we're going all the way around. But look at the snow. The snow's all gone. Our businesses are all flourishing once again, and everything's kind of reset. Nature is healing, I guess you could say. But everything's good now. Like, everything is coming back together, and now it's status quo for the most part. I don't know, like, our crops on the side here, we've got, I believe that's wheat, and it looked okay. That one there looks okay. Oh, easy, 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 easy. Just sneak on past, sneak on past, sneak on past. Oh, I might have scratched this paint. It's all right. Yeah, the grass, our hay crops look fine. The wheat and canola look like they're okay from what I can tell. I haven't noticed anything crazy, but there was one issue which we'll get to in a bit, and it's kind of on the side up here. You guys can see our rice fields, and that's kind of what I want to talk about once we get up in there. Let's go take a look at where we're going to be planting. If I can squeeze all the way past the canning shop here, and of course the farmer's market, the D-gens down here in the valley. Let's get all the way over to this far field. Oh, easy, just last little bit, sneak on past. There we go. We've got spinach going into this big field once again, guys. We're going to plant spinach down here because it's so close to the canning shop. I'm using the cannery as kind of like a storage, since we can't store spinach anywhere. That's kind of what it's been used for. Oh boy, so I hope you don't hit me. I'll be out of the way in a second. Hang on. Let's go. Come on. The seed hawk unfolds a little slowly. You're gonna have to give me a second here, all right? I'm not pulling all the way in yet. This is gonna be all of 5 seconds. You'll be all right. In we go. All right, fire it up. Let's see if we can get into this field and get this done. Once again, this is going to be, it's a fairly big field for us, but with the seed hawk, it literally takes us, you know, we'll have this done in 15-20 minutes. Perfect. All right. So you can see we've got fields. Obviously, one we're in. This is going to be our spinach field. We haven't bought any of the fields back a bit further in the valley yet, but everything over on the far side here, those are our rice fields. Now, we harvested the wet rice, the regular rice. I can't remember which one's which anymore. It's the one of the rice fields, but the one rice field that's right here that's looking pretty good actually doesn't look all that great. We were unable to harvest it come the fall. I'm not quite sure what happened. It was not ready to harvest, so now we're waiting for it to be ready to harvest this year, I guess. So yeah, that's a thing that happened. I'm not quite sure why that didn't let me harvest it, guys. I have no idea right now. I'm sure it has something to do with our blizzard mod that we managed to get put on. Just saying. But anyways, we're unable to harvest that particular field, so we're gonna wait for it to go through till next year and see what happens. It might get ready. It might be harvestable this year. I have no idea. There is some problems with it though. It's looking not great, to say the least. We'll see if we can get through this field, and we'll go take a quick look at it. But yeah, a little disappointed in that. I would have been nice to have been able to harvest that. I could have used that for flour, of course, and all of our different productions. Of course, also the preserves, the noodles, I believe it is. Having that rice would have been beneficial for all of that, and that's kind of the reason why we planted it. Oh, I'll get around this corner. Come on, let's go. But yeah. Anyways, that rice was unharvestable last year. So I mean, look at all the spinach we're gonna have here. We got spinach, the beans and the peas. That's what it is. Peas and spinach we're doing today. But that rice, guys, I don't even know what I'm gonna do with it yet. Anyways, let's get through this field, and I'll see you guys in a couple minutes here as we wrap through the rest of this. Oh boy. One more pass left to go, and that's it. Okay, let's go take a look. Let's go take a look at the rice field. Like I said, it doesn't look good, guys. I think the winter was pretty hard on it, and the fact we weren't able to harvest it when we were supposed to last year, I mean, it doesn't, like, there's all sorts of patchiness going on through this. It's terrible. So I don't know what kind of yield we're gonna get off this when it's done ready to go, but my expectations are less than ideal, that's for sure. I mean, you can just tell it's super thin crops. Yeah, that blizzard might have hurt it as well. It's really tough to say. So less than ideal there, but whatever. Well, it's still planted. I'm not gonna replant it, that's for sure. All right, we gotta head back on down. I got one more field I want to plant today. Yeah, we've got the peas and green beans, but we'll just do the peas, I believe, for today. Green beans will be later on this year, and that's a bit more of a trek because we have to get all the way through town, down the hill. Ugh, I went the wrong way. I always come up this way and then take this path. Oh boy, that's gonna be a tight little squeeze around the corner. Don't hit the barn. We're good. Okay, all the way down the hill we go. Just thinking about it, like we have, was it canola behind this? I can't remember anymore which one's wheat and canola off the top of my head, but it looks pretty good. We didn't have any kind of damage done to it, so the rice is kind of an oddity on that sense, guys. Every other field worked out totally fine. The rice field was the only one that kind of gave me a bit of grief. So I don't know. We're gonna play this by ear. We're gonna see what happens. Every other field, for the most part, one field has some hail damage. One of our canola fields has a bit of hail damage from last year that was planted, but everything else that was more planted back in the fall seems to be okay and seems to be coming up good. So I really can't complain. Once again, I know this is slight overkill for this field, but I'm getting things done today. All right, we're getting caught back up. Literally 2 passes with the seed hawk in this tiny little field. Yeah, I know. Listen, best farmer in farm sim, best driver in farm sim. Let's just keep it with that. As long as you're the best driver, you can do this kind of stuff. All right. We'll wrap this up, and that's the end of harvest already for us, guys. Or harvest, planting season for us already. Realistically, I've got one more field to plant, but we're moving into summer as soon as we can. So that's gonna do it for us today. I think we've survived the blizzard, the crazy blizzard here on Riverbend Springs. I think we've done it. Things are coming together once again. Year 10, we're into year 10 here. 10 years on the Riverbend Springs farm. Anyways, hope you guys have been enjoying this one. Drop a like, of course. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new around the channel for more content, and we'll see you guys soon. We'll see how the summer goes and see if we can make some good money here this year. We'll see you guys next time. This is Klutch. Over and out.